What's going on, guys? Twintuitive 717. I am back with another reading, of course, hanging out with the bossy beeves. We're going to dive right into a collective message around the divine masculines. The energy that I am getting from the divine masculines is it's this repetitive message that I'm getting of, like, is this really done? Is this really done? Okay, they want to know in the current moment if this is really done. I feel like many of them could be struggling to reach out. Okay, so if they are in the process of typing out a message, they might hesitate. They could reread it a bunch of times and they don't know if they should send it. Because I feel like they don't know if there's going to be that reciprocation. And a lot of it has to do with matching your energy. And I feel like that's what a lot of them are feeling very off with, is your energy. You have like a renewed energy, a renewed spark about you. And there's a lot of heavy boundaries. There's no illusions with the divine feminine this time around. I feel like in the beginning your heart was so open, and I feel like many of you really had to learn, and sometimes maybe even the hard way, that because this was your counterpart, your divine masculine, it didn't mean that they were learning about the journey in the same way that you were. And I feel like at times that could have been a hard pill to swallow, because it feels like you were kind of thrown through the washer. Like, I feel like many of you going through cycles of getting like tumbled on this journey, tumbled around, but there's something different about you. And that's why I feel like a lot of your divine masculines are really hesitating to reach out, because many of them could feel like, I don't know what to do. What's the next step here? And energetically, I feel like it is solitude, spending time on their own. But I'm heavily getting that many of your masculines, like if there have been karmic endings or they're being forced into a place of spending time on their own, spending time just like recuperating, right? Putting things into perspective, seeing what direction they want to go in. But what I'm getting is like solitude, like alone. You need to make these decisions. You can't have everybody else's input influencing what it is you want to do and where it is you want to go. And that's where I feel like you are at, divine feminine. It's like you're sending off this energy of independence, being very autonomous, just forging ahead. And there's something about that is very triggering. It's like they don't know if they should reach out or go in a different direction. But I feel like going in the other direction is causing a tower moment, because I'm getting like a lot of your masculines have trouble being on their own or being alone. Okay, it could make them feel closed off, guarded, stressed out. Maybe they might smoke more. Maybe they're more drawn to certain substances, addictions, when they're spending time on their own. But I really am getting with the divine feminine, they want to make this offer so bad, but it's not coming from a good place because they're in this tower moment energy. So I feel like this reading is going to be a heads up for many of you who, you're apart from this divine masculine, and the energy can feel pretty chaotic right now, almost like a pulling or a tugging on your energy, because like I feel like they're going through that, like that abandonment wound, and the only way to help heal that is to feel it. It's to feel the aloneness. I don't even know if that's a word, but that's just what I'm picking up on, is just to feel that sense of being alone. Assistants and spirit guides, I feel like many of your masculines are afraid of connecting with themselves again, or hearing that inner voice. Like that is what's missing, and I feel like that is why this tower moment here is being orchestrated. They want to make an offer in your direction, but it's because of codependency, divine feminine. So I feel like this reading could be a heads up for many of you, where like those of you who may not realize it, but it's like if you've reconnected with your masculine and it just feels off, and how that's going to feel off is they're going to love bomb you as soon as they come in. Okay, there's going to be no talking about the past, no talking of why it is you separated. Everything's going to seem like it's just swept under the rug, and somebody's just kind of making this offer to pretty much pull on your energy for healing. And I feel like not this time around, because there's a renewed spark about you. That's why the energy is different. You're more solid this time around, divine feminine. You can foresee exactly what it is that's going on, and many of you are not extending that olive branch, because I feel like it's not your place to do. A lot of your divine masculines are having to experience these tower moments on their own. And I feel like it is a harsh lesson, because a lot of them are seeing that codependent side of them, emotionally codependent side of them. Okay, the seeds that are starting to be planted, I feel, within your divine masculine's consciousness, their heart space, their head space right now, is taking accountability for themselves, like even emotionally. Like I feel like that's something that's coming up with this tower moment, is that they are deadly afraid of being on their own. So be mindful of like superficial attempts to make offers towards you. You don't want masculine energy that's codependent, right? Like even on an emotional level, and you yourself with your empathic nature as well, divine feminine, because many of us find ourselves having to like embody that, right? Having a lot of empathy so that we can learn healthy boundaries. So I feel like the whole vibe of this reading is going to be like a heads up. Okay. I'm even going to put it in the title so that many of you know that yes, there's definitely an offer on the table, somebody wanting to communicate, wanting to reach out to you, wanting to come closer. But if this is right after some kind of tower moment or breakup or fresh out of these karmic situations, then I feel like it's a clear message and a sign from the universe to say, wait a second, like everybody needs that period of closure, that period of alone time after you go through a breakup, right? Like you're not somebody's shoulder to lean on or soothe this abandonment wound. And I feel like that's what's been happening, maybe for those of you who might resonate with this reading. Like if there's a lot of karmic energy interference and you find that every time your divine masculine communicates or reaches out, it's usually because of some kind of rocky, chaotic tower moment with the karmic, I feel like it's a lesson for you to completely pull your energy back and allow people to carry the weight of the journey on their own. Okay, so this could be a significant lesson here that's coming up for many of you. Let's get some messages for the divine feminine. What does the divine feminine want? The divine feminine. What does the divine want you to know, divine feminine, about this divine masculine making this offer? What do you need to know? Okay, so we have truth, we have expression. You see how they've got the mask on? There's something about this offer where they're going to come forward and make it seem like it's a truthful offer, that they're expressing themselves, but they still have a mask on. Okay, notice how this is is sort of almost like in the way and they're in the background. I feel like it's a heads up to be wary that somebody is making a superficial offer. They're feeling abandoned by a certain situation, stressed out by a certain situation, and your energy all of a sudden seems like it's a saving grace. You're being called to see deeper into this and remember this journey. Okay, we also have separation and longing as well. Okay, so you're definitely going through a separation with this person and you can feel their energy longing for you. Okay, but not in this way. You don't want somebody longing for you in this way, okay? Because they're experiencing chaotic energy in a previous relationship or previous breakup. I feel like this is a clear message from the universe to remember that this person is here to awaken certain lessons like this, for you to have that aha moment and that heads up and say, okay, wait a second, I'm going to keep the victory here. Okay, yes, you may need, my assistance, my help, my energy, but no thanks. Okay, block somebody off, draw healthy boundaries, and remember to, I feel, protect yourself. Okay, somebody's learning a harsh lesson, but I mean, they've chosen this situation to go back to and learn this as well. Okay, it's not up to you to help them clean up the mess. Okay, so that's a very strong message here that's coming through for many of you to remember at this time. Yes, that offer is coming through from this masculine energy, but it is because they are just going through a tower moment. Okay, there you have it as the confirmation. What's at the bottom of the deck to support this masculine energy and this message? Okay, so we have freedom, leap, Uranus, and we have opportunities. Okay, so I feel like they will be supported because we did have spirit guides and ancestors as well. This card tells me that it's their battle. It's their mess to get out of. Many of you are going to have that victory of somebody coming back towards you, coming back in your direction, and really feeling this longing for you. You were definitely the better choice. But I feel like it's coming after they have to go through some kind of tower moment or balancing of karma, okay, in order to see that. Okay, we have chemistry, we have passion, and we have union energy. Be mindful of all of these things. Just because they're coming up doesn't mean I feel with this divine masculine energy that it's genuine. I feel like all of this passion and this chemistry, this union energy reaching out to you, wanting to make... Oh, my nose is extremely itchy as I'm giving this message. But that's what I'm saying. Be mindful of that. I feel like I'm leaning in towards this chemistry and passion because it could mean that someone's coming towards you with a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry, this union and integration energy as well. Like, be mindful of somebody all of a sudden love bombing you. That's what I'm heavily picking up on. Okay? Because I feel like a lot of you, after finding this reading and then it ends up happening, this reading might end up coming into your intuition at the time for you to really slow things down and put things into perspective and pay attention to where it is you're at, what it is you're saying, who it is you're saying it to. Take things slowly and don't allow yourself to be sucked back into another cycle, because I feel like part of this is realizing that yes, there's this intense chemistry, this intense passion, but somebody let it slip through their fingers, and there has to be some kind of karmic balance for that. And you yourself, you've got to shift your energy away from it and realize, like, despite all of this, you've still got to be that Queen of Swords. If someone's undeserving, if they've had that opportunity, if they've had that chance, you don't want them coming back in this kind of rebound energy. Okay, so pay attention to that. I'm getting the words heavily, love bombing, a divine masculine here who has learned a very harsh lesson indeed. And now they want to come back to this more loving, more gentle energy that lies within the divine feminine. But I feel like the universe is strongly saying, no, not today. Okay, let's get a message for the divine feminines. Okay, what do you need to know about this divine masculine's intentions coming towards you? What do you need to know about communication from this divine masculine making this offer towards you? Okay, so we have our Knight of Pentacles here. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles, it's a very grounding energy, but most of all, I think of words like accountability and responsibility. And I feel like that is the energy that you're going to want to work with this time, Divine Feminine, rather than opening up your heart and letting somebody in all the way, trying to be some kind of wise counsel or soothe, again, this abandonment wound that they should be facing on their own. We're not here to fix or repair anybody. I feel like everybody's soul journey and their responsibility is to fix that, so that you don't drain or dump on people only to abandon them once you feel healed or fixed. And even that in itself is temporary. I see a divine feminine who is taking it slow, okay, paying very close attention to any kind of offer this divine masculine is making towards you. Okay, he's giving her the lemon here, which I feel when you bite into a lemon, it's very sour. At first hand, it might not be, looking like a lemon. Maybe you're not paying attention. Maybe you're kind of taking this walk and taking this stroll, and you have somebody that's kind of rushing in here on the horse to make an offer, and then all of a sudden you bite into it and it's really sour. So pay attention to what the offer is. Pay attention to the energy. Pay close attention to what's going on within your divine masculine's dynamic. You must be well aware if there is a lot of third party energy going on. Pay attention to the cycles that you've been through. Pay attention to the lessons that you've learned. I mean, you yourself with your common sense, divine feminine, can tell that, wait a second, things aren't in alignment. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to your intuition. If you know that you've been distant from this person and all of a sudden they come in and the energy all of a sudden feels very strong, hold your horses is the energy I'm getting from the Knight of Pentacles here. They're going to see you in a different type of energy, moving in a different type of energy this time around. Having to explain themselves, not sweeping things under the rug, asking questions because you're not afraid to lose this connection. This time around, you expect people to be straightforward and be transparent with you. Okay, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I feel like this time around, you're really going to stop somebody in their tracks and send them well on their way. Okay, I don't know who this was for, but send them on their way. Pay very close attention to what's happening around you. Okay, don't try to heal somebody's abandonment wound. This offer is coming after an extreme tower moment, and somebody's looking to lean on you and soak up a lot of that nurturing, loving, warm energy. But I feel like you're not going to be depleted again. Okay, that's why I think this reading has found you. All right, I'll try to make the title as close to that as I can so that it finds as many of you as it needs to, because it's a swift communication here that's coming through. I'm getting like a lot of hearts, a lot of passion, but be mindful about where this is coming from. Okay, I love you guys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Okay, bye guys.